In travel trends, it's been a wild summer of airline delays and booked up hotels. Our favorite travel expert, Jeanenne Tornatore, is standing by to take us to destinations where there's still plenty of room. Hello, Jeanenne. You're joining us from Texas today.
Well, the good news is that the second half of summer, especially when we get into early to mid-August, when kids head back to school, this is when we see demand drop in a lot of the major destinations. So it can be a good time to think about, finding more availability and some discounted prices and some great destinations. So, I'm coming to you today actually from Galveston, Texas, which is actually an island destination, and it is one of my picks for a late summer escape. I like it for a few reasons. Well, first of all, it's only 45 minutes from the Houston Hobby Airport, so it's really easy to get down here. And I don't think that people think about Texas as a beach destination. So it's got 32 miles of beautiful beaches here in Galveston. You've got a lot of great family attractions. My daughter and I just went to Pleasure Pier yesterday, which has 16 fantastic midway rides. They also have Moody Gardens, which is this 242-acre complex that houses a rainforest, an aquarium, penguin encounters. But I love Galveston because it's not just about the beaches. It also has a lot of history here. So there are a lot of fun ways kind of learn about the history of the island. They have their historic seaport, which houses its 1877 tall ship that you can take tours of. Lots of great tours of things like the Opera House. There's great architecture here and a beautiful historic downtown. You can hit the Strand, which is the street, with a lot of great shopping and dining, but also a lot of great history. So Galveston's one of my picks for a late summer escape. But when you're talking about a state like Texas that's so big, so many of us go to places like Austin and Dallas, but we don't think about those small towns that are right outside of those. So just quickly, a couple of places to consider if you're going to Austin. Great small town called Bastrop, just 45 minutes outside of Austin. Has a really great main street, a lot of great state parks for outdoor adventures, a fantastic music scene. And then right outside of Dallas is Garland, Texas, which has some of the best hotel rates in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It also has a great shopping scene, great art scene, a lot of great outdoor adventure there as well. So think about these small towns because that's where you're really going to get some of the local charisma.
You also have South Dakota on your late summer pick list.
Yeah, so we know national parks have been in really high demand this summer. So late summer, when you hit the end of August, you get out of the high season for a lot of these national park destinations like South Dakota. I love South Dakota because come September, you find more availability in campsites and lodging options. You're going to find still beautiful, mild weather. And I like South Dakota because there are 6 national parks and monuments within a day's drive in the state of South Dakota. So you can really hit a lot if you're heading out there for a week. You've got Mount Rushmore, Badlands National Park, Wind Caves National Park, Historic Deadwood, you have Crazy Horse, Custer State Park. I could go on. There's so much there to do for outdoor adventure. And then also this time of year in September, you get a lot of their great annual events as well. So things like the Buffalo Roundup in Custer State Park, the Hot Air Balloon Festival in Hot Springs, the Black Hills Powwow in Rapid City. So it can be a really fun time to take in an area like South Dakota.
Well, here's the big question, Jeanenne. What about travelers who want to go international?
Well, international travel is back. Everyone wants to take those bucket list vacations again. It's been pretty expensive so far this summer to get there. When you get into that late summer season, we do start to see demand drop. You also get away from those really hot temperatures. So come September, I think it's one of the most ideal times to visit places like Italy, Portugal, Spain, Croatia. We're also seeing that one way to visit these, it's really popular, are these active adventures, right? People taking the walking tours and the cycling tours. So I say the way to go really here is to book a package tour. I really like a company called Explore Worldwide. They put together all of these active tours for you, so it takes all the stress out of planning. And what you're going to see this year, this time of year, is that a lot of these tour companies have great discounts as demand starts to drop. So you're going to find Explore Worldwide has one where they're giving you $200 off any European trip. Book by the end of July, take the trip by the end of October. ExploreWorldwide.com/deal is where you're going to find that. Another thing to really think about if you want to head to Europe is that right now, for the first time in 20 years, the US dollar is seeing parity with the euro. So once you get on the ground in these European destinations, you're going to find a lot of value there.
Thank you for your late summer travel tips.
My pleasure. Thanks, Angie.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.